What's up, everybody? It's Johnny, and these are 3 books that literally changed my life. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Johnny Zimski. I'm founder of A Lion's Tale, and we do personal transformation coaching, which means we take men from lives filled with fear, shame, and guilt, and we transform them into the man they've always dreamed of being. And it's my life's passion, my life's purpose, and I'm so grateful and privileged to be able to share that with as many men as possible. So let's dive into it. 3 books that literally changed my life. First one we're gonna go with is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So let me know in the comments if you guys have ever read this book. This book is incredible. It's a great place to start. It's all about mindset, and it will change your mindset around money for the rest of your life. So, premise of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. So this is the secrets that the rich teach to their kids that the poor and middle class do not. And I think that's the subtitle of the book. I might have butchered it a little bit, but that's the premise, all right? What are the secrets that the rich know that the poor and middle class don't? And this is all about the mindset around money. Now, this book changed my life completely in so many different ways. The biggest thing is it just changed my idea and my concept of money. It changed the way I think about money and how money comes into my life and how it goes out of my life. Very interesting thing about this book is, just want to share how impactful this is. I read this book at 36, and I started getting into real investing and bought my first real estate investment property at 38. My fiance read this book at 16 and changed her life then at 16 years old. So she had, what is that, a 16-year head jump on me, maybe 16, 17, a little bit more. But it changed both of our lives at the same point, but hers was at 16 and mine was at 38, I think 37, whatever I said. And I gotta say this book actually changed both of our lives. So the secrets that the rich teach their kids that the poor and middle class do not. So basic premise of this book is Robert Kiyosaki, who actually lives in Scottsdale, Arizona, not too far from where I'm at in Flagstaff, Arizona, or used to be until I moved to Paradise. He talks about what are these secrets, and basically he had his real dad who was a college professor, and he had his best friend's dad who was a businessman, and he just saw the differences of the 2 different guys, and as they went through life, how their life changed, how the employee, the college professor, would take on more and more responsibility at work to get better pay, would buy bigger things, and would spend less and less time with his kids and be more and more concerned with work because it had bigger responsibilities. Bigger paycheck led to bigger responsibilities, managing more people, more time required, all that good stuff. And on that side, he got to see the employee mindset. Let's go with that, which I had for almost all my life. Then his best friend's dad, which he calls the rich dad, was a business owner, and he got to see what that's like. Built a business while his son was young, and got to see how he got to spend more and more time with his kids, and got to be more and more free, not only financially, but with time, which is really what money buys you. Money buys you freedom, and a big part of that freedom is time, right? And so the crazy thing about this book is he saw the 2 dads side to side, and he saw what being kind of a slave to the system, being an employee, kind of brought you more and more stress. Because if you think about it, I don't know about you, but for me, when I was an employee and I worked for somebody else, every time I got a promotion, because I was chasing more money, it would come with more responsibility, which means more focus, a little bit of stress getting to that next level, had to put more hours in. I was managing more people. It took more away from me, and I had less to show up for my family when I got home at night. And I would get home later and later. And to be honest, between taxes and increased lifestyle, I never saw an increase in my net worth, right? Because my lifestyle increased. I was stressed more, so drank more, went out to eat more to kind of push those feelings down deep, and it never equated to any change in our lifestyle, really. On the other side, on the rich dad side, with the business owner, as the business started to run itself more and more, acquire more businesses, as now he's managing managers, he had more time to spend with his family. Also, he had money making money on top of itself, and so he was free. He didn't have to increase his responsibilities. He actually had less and less responsibilities, more and more time, and more money. And when he saw that, he got to choose which one did he want to follow. And so the really cool thing about this book is it talks a lot about changing from an employee mindset to an entrepreneur mindset, or a business owner mindset, or an investor mindset, and how you don't have to just live paycheck to paycheck. Even if you are an employee, you can supplement that with other things, and you don't have to be that way. And the secrets that the rich really know that the poor and middle class do not is how to make money make more money. And you hear that all the time, right? I need my money to make more money. How do I do that, et cetera, whatever. And we can actually make that really tangible. So I can teach you a little bit about that here, and then we can dive deep into it some other time. And I'm actually putting together a course right now, which I call the Path to Your First Million, which is my financial independence course. It's all the steps I followed to get on the path to my first million, but more importantly, to become financially free, which means that your investments pay for your expenses, which I'm proud to say I've finally reached, and I'm so excited about it. So, big thing about Rich Dad Poor Dad is we're gonna make money on our money, and the other thing is we're gonna pay attention to how money comes in. And so, as an employee, money comes in, you pay taxes first, then you pay all your expenses, and you live off what's left. Big thing about the rich is they get paid, they pay themselves first, that money makes more money, then they pay off their expenses, and then they pay taxes last. And just changing that funnel changes a ton, but the real benefit of this book is it's all about the mindset of money. And this got me started on my path to financial freedom, and it just got me rolling. Like as soon as I heard this, I just set off to all these other books. Speaking of which, it led me to my next book, which is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is incredible. It's a very scientific book. It's a very old book. I think it was at the turn of the last century is when it was written. And the principles of that are still applied today. And it's one of the most widely adopted personal growth and also financial, independence books out there. And this book is incredible. The really cool thing about this is it combines science and sort of spirituality of money and energy, work of money together, which is right where I'm at. So I was an engineer for a long time. I have a very analytical mind. And when I got into coaching, I learned the energy side and spirituality side. And now I do both. I do personal transformation coaching with an analytical mind and also this energy work and open to different ideas. And this book is really cool because it comes from a scientific place, but it also is the basis, the premise of manifestation, which, if you haven't heard of that, is a real thing. Like, take it from me as an analytical person, manifestation is real. So, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, like I said. The details in there I might mess up a little bit, but the basic premise of this is he studied the most successful people around his time, Rockefellers, other people around that, and just studied their habits and what they do and came up with the science for getting rich, essentially. So I'm not gonna get into the specific steps of Think and Grow Rich here because, to be honest, I want you to go write the book. And also, I used to do a bunch of educational videos, and then I realized nobody wants me to preach to them, and I don't want to preach to you. So I'm going to give you insights, point you where to go, and then get the wheels turning. And so the big thing is, like I said, if you want to learn how to get to the path to your first million and you want to change the course of your financial life now, let me know, because that's what I do. I'm a personal transformation coach. I am not a passive life coach. I'm not a passive therapist. We're going to change the direction of your life in 90 days, like on a different path. In 3 months. It's crazy. Anyways, let's get back to it. Think and Grow Rich. So the big thing is, it's going to teach you how to manifest. And manifest sounds kind of woo-woo and spiritual and all that stuff, but it's actually also scientific. There is an energy side to it, and there's a specific science to it. And the biggest thing is, know what you want. Know what you want. Think about it. Understand it. Get a really clear picture. Be committed to it, and just act as if it's already happened. That's the big thing. There's all kinds of stuff in between. There's all kinds of really cool tricks we put into place, all kinds of practices that make it so much easier and cement it in your subconscious mind. But that's the big thing. Know what you want, commit to it, see it every day, act as if it's already there so you can appreciate it and be grateful for having that already, and you will start to act like the person that has it, which means you'll make the decisions that that person would do, and it will line up in your life. And the big thing about this book is it's the intro into programming your subconscious mind. And so if you don't know, your subconscious mind runs your life according to your inputs, what you believe about yourself. And so basically it's the operating system of yourself. So as you go about your day, the subconscious mind is running your life so you don't have to make decisions, right? Like, how do you drink? How do you swallow? How do you drive to work? You know, you ever have highway hypnosis and you just get to work and you're like, how did I get here? That was your subconscious mind taking over. And it has to, otherwise our conscious mind would be completely exhausted by like 10 a.m., right? Because all the little micro decisions we have to make, your subconscious mind takes care of that. In Think and Grow Rich, what we're actually doing is we're programming the subconscious mind, your operating system, to believe whatever you want to believe. And so this is the first step in actually taking control of your life and the power that you actually have. And I gotta tell you, I'm getting tingles when I talk about this stuff, because when you get really deep in this, this is the secret to personal transformation. And I can speak from personal experience because I changed the course of my life. Like I said, 90 days I was on a different path. In a year I cemented it, and now I'm living my dream life. And now all I do is help other men live their dream life as well. And it's just incredible. So Think and Grow Rich, check it out. Starts about programming your subconscious mind, and also shows you how to manifest, which is know exactly what you want, act as if you already have it, be so grateful that you have it, and you will start to become that person. And I got a ton of ways to make that easier, because it's not as easy as it sounds. All right, third book I want to get into for this one. Let's just see, that one. There's so many we can get into. So let's go with The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. So like I said, there's so many books. I'll do another one of these, but there's so many that we want to do. So maybe this got edited. If I got to bleep it out, I'll bleep it out. So The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F is an incredible book. I want to talk about this disclaimer. There's a book and a movie. We just watched the movie. It's by the same guy, but the movie sucks. Sorry, man. If you're out there, I love your book, but the movie sucks. The book is amazing. So the whole premise of the book is there are a million things that you can worry about. And I'm just reflecting on this in my life today, what I still worry about, even though I know this stuff. There's a million things you can worry about, right? Like you can worry about, you've got your bills to worry about, you got taking care of your family, you got all that. And you've got big things that you got to worry about. Providing for your family, working on your skill sets, getting a meaningful relationship, maintaining your relationship with your family, enjoying your hobbies, all kinds of stuff, right? There's all kinds of like big decisions, where we're going in life, that kind of stuff. But there's also tons of little stuff you have to worry about, like you have to worry about, like, should I do this? Should I wear this outfit or that outfit? Should I make this decision or that decision? Did I come across as weird in that conversation? What if I say what I really think? Are they going to think I'm weird? That kind of stuff. And there's a million things that you think of. The best way to put this is I have a guy that I recently met who's a rad guy, but I cannot hang out with him too much because he's super political. He's just obsessed with politics, and it drives me crazy because this is the biggest example I can give you of who cares? You can't affect it. The things you do, it doesn't change who the president is. Like, go vote if you want to. I don't, but don't listen to the news. Like, it's just gonna piss you off every day. You're gonna be worried about stuff that you can't control. So save your F's for what you can control. That's the big thing. That's the big premise of this book. You can worry about a million things, but worry about the 5 things. Save your effort, your focus, your attention for the 5 things that really matter, that move the needle, that's closest to your core. And just focus on that and let the less just go away. And I got to tell you, the impact of that is massive. And I'm realizing that right now, exactly how big that impact has been in my life. Because if I worried about everything I could think of, there's no way I could focus on building a business and helping other people. There's no chance. And when you can actually just let go of those little things, like I have a friend of mine I was mentoring here in Mexico, and he came to me from Canada. Actually, we're walking around and we're going to get some tacos at a stand, and he's so worried about all the different restaurants here. I don't know if the meat's clean, and I don't know if they cook it right. Do they refrigerate the chicken and all this stuff? And I was like, I don't know, man. I eat the tacos. They're super tasty, and then I go about my day. You can worry about whatever you want to. I'm going to focus on how tasty they are, and I'm going to go do some other stuff. And he did it. And afterwards he told me, he's like, that's the best burrito I've ever had in my life. I was so worried about it, and I just had it. And it's amazing because that's one example of a million, right? Like for me, like for some reason I got really obsessed because some other guys in my group were really obsessed with these jellyfish that were washing up on shore like hundreds of miles away from where I'm at. And they were just so scared to go in the ocean. Gotta keep your eye out for these jellyfish. You might sting yourself and all that. And I'm not that kind of guy anymore. I used to be. I used to worry about everything, but now I don't. And I found myself like every time I'm in the ocean, like I live in paradise. I live in paradise because I changed my life. I went after my dreams, and now I live exactly where I want to. And I'm in the ocean at sunrise, just feeling gratitude and just loving what I've done with my life, loving where I live. I'm looking at my gorgeous fiance down the way, and then I touch the sand on the bottom with my foot, and I freak out like, oh, maybe there's a jellyfish. And I caught myself like, what am I doing? Like, there's a jellyfish, it would have stung me. If there's not, it's not going to sting me. Like, just go about your day. Enjoy your day. Enjoy yourself. There's a million things to worry about. Worry about the big stuff. Let the rest go. And I got to tell you, when you do that, it'll have a massive, massive impact on your life. So, like I said, don't watch the movie. Read the book. It's so amazing. And I gotta say this is one other thing. Like read that book, read the other two books too, but stop caring about everything. Stop caring about things you can't control, especially. Stop caring about everything. Put your attention on the things that matter. Put your attention on things that really move the needle for you, that you want to care about. Put your attention there. See what happens. See how your life changes. Like, put the focus there. The other thing I wanted to say, which is why I'm laughing so hard, is I can't tell you how many people I know that have these books behind their head, that have never read them, that are struggling with the thing that the book solves. Like, two people. I'm not gonna say who they are because they're close to me and I don't wanna hurt them, and they'll probably see this video, but two people I know. One has The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F right in their living room every day. And I have another guy who has Think and Grow Rich behind him on his bookshelf in his office. The guy who has The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F in his living room, that's sitting there, that he bought, that he walks by every day, that has not read it, worries about everything. He worries about politics. He worries about if his favorite college basketball team is winning or losing. He worries about all the stuff that he's never going to do that affects him. He worries about the weather. He worries about who's president and what policies they're changing overseas. It doesn't even affect him. And he won't read the book that's going to actually change his perspective and give him some freedom. The other guy with Think and Grow Rich right behind him, I tried to help him for years. I just gave up and know he's going to change when he's ready. He's poor. Like, he's struggling every time, paycheck to paycheck, constantly for years, tens of years. And the secret is in that book right behind his head. So my challenge is to you, go grab these books now and start listening. Like, press play. Like, I do Audible, I press play, I start listening while I'm driving, while I'm walking, whatever. Press play, start it. Just be open to it. Just listen a little bit. It'll change your life. Just give it a chance, press the button, and start today. And don't be that guy that is poor with the book that's gonna save him from poverty right behind his head, but he won't actually read it. So take the leap, jump in, check these books out. I guarantee you, you won't waste your time with these, I promise. And I want to tell you also, like, if this was interesting to you, if this got the wheels turning, if you found some value in this, do me a couple of different favors. First of all, like and subscribe, because this is going to help me help more men like you, like me, and there's probably ladies out here listening too. I coach men specifically, so I'm used to saying that, but I hope it helps everybody. So like and subscribe for me. Other thing is, I got some links down below. First one's to my website, next one is to my Instagram, and I probably will throw a lead magnet in the bottom as well, just to give you a little taste of what we do here at Lion's Tail. And if this really spoke to you, jump in there, take a look, and book a free call with me, because I'd love to chat with you about our deeper programs. And like I said, I literally changed the direction of my life in 90 days. Bam. Like, I was on a different path, and now I live my dream life. And that's what I help my clients do every day, is go from living somebody else's life to becoming the man they've always dreamed of being, that they know they were born to be, who can actually live that dream life. And these books kind of got me started. So take a look around, click the links. Hope you found it helpful. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.